Hello friends, welcome to part 3 of our series on the tangle Huggins. We are already learned the basics of the tangle Huggins, and in the second part we had made a simple tile using the basic pattern Huggins. In today's session we'll try out something new with the same pattern, right? So till now we have made Huggins, which generally has 4 sides and is bound by a square grid. Today let us try something new. Let us draw a mix of Huggins with 4, 5 or 6 sides, and we will forget about the square grid and just draw Huggins, the orbs and the C stroke simultaneously, right? So till now we have been first drawing the orbs and then connecting it with the C strokes, but today let us start. In front of me is a Zendala tile, a round tile, and I am going to be drawing the orbs and connecting them simultaneously, right? So I have drawn 2 orbs, and then I am connecting it by the C shape. Again I am drawing a third orb, alternate, drawing a fourth orb, again alternate C stroke, drawing the fifth orb, again an alternate C stroke, drawing the sixth orb, an alternate C stroke, drawing the seventh orb, again an alternate C stroke, drawing the eighth orb, an alternate C stroke, and then the last one, right? So you can see here my Huggins has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides here, right? So let us now extend it. So I am again connecting, drawing orbs and connecting simultaneously, right? So another Huggins, the 4-sided ones which we have already learnt. Again connecting with the C stroke, the 4-sided Huggins, right? Again connecting with the C stroke, right? Another one. You can see there are various ways you can go about doing it. I have first drawn the stroke and at the end I have made the orb, right? Whichever way you feel comfortable you can draw it. There is no hard and fast rule. Generally you draw the orbs first. Again I am drawing another shape, connecting orbs, right? Again. So you can see here there are already 2 different ways in which I have drawn. First drawn the orbs, then connected, or first drawn the stroke, drawn an orb at the end, then connected it, right? So whichever way you feel comfortable, please go and draw it that way. So this is also Huggins, but in a totally different grid, right? So this is the normal Huggins that we learned. This Huggins has 8 sides to it. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to it, right? But in a different way, right? So now we will be adding a layer of aura to our Huggins, right? Starting from the middle one. So I am going to add an aura to all the sides of this Huggins that I have drawn, like this, right? Take your time, go slow. Again you can either aura this from the inside or you can aura it like this, right? It's entirely up to you. Right? So I am going to be adding this aura throughout to all the sides of all the Huggins here, right? See here I have added an aura to all the 4 sides of all the Huggins here, right? So now let us fill up the tangles which we have already learned. Let us use those tangles to fill up our Huggins so that it looks more decorated and decked up. So in the last session, before we started with Huggins, we learned the pattern Festoon, right? So let us try out that pattern inside our Huggins. So I have started with the pattern Festoon here, and the inside, the middle part of the Huggins, I am going to be using this tangle. You can use any tangle of your choice. I just thought this will be a different look altogether, because Festoon generally has not been used this way. That's why I thought of using it. So I'm going to be drawing this series of festoons inside in the center section of my tile, right? So we already know how to draw the pattern festoon. I'm just putting a little pressure towards the end, right, like this. Again, another one, right, a small curve towards the end, so that when we shade, it has that third dimension to it, right? Again, another one. I'm drawing behind, if you can see here, right? So the Hollebog effect, I'm drawing behind. So I'm going to fill up this entire space with the pattern festoon, right? You can see here I have filled up the center section with the pattern festoon, and I've also inked whatever little spaces that were left in between the festoons, right? Now let us pick up these four-sided here Huggins, and I'm going to be drawing the pattern floors inside these, right? So we have already learned in our initial few sessions how to draw the tangle floors. I'm drawing here a square grid, right? And at the intersections I am going to be drawing these diamond shapes like this, right? So that's the tangle pattern floors. You can choose any other pattern. There are so many patterns that we have already learned by now. So I am drawing these diamond shapes at the intersections. Right? So that's the tangle pattern floors. I am going to draw the same pattern in all of these four-sided Huggins, right, in the same fashion.